Hello folks, today we are going to do a double crochet. I did a single crochet video, a half double crochet video, so now we do a double crochet. By the way, I've done 2 other videos, so check them out, and you will learn about tips, tricks, tutorials, accessories. Stuff like that should be learned well before you start crocheting. So if you think that just buying a hook randomly and buying yarn randomly is going to work, or if you saw a yarn label and looked at it and said, I wonder what this is all about, and saw a hook size, said, okay, I'll buy that hook for this yarn. You know what? You're a little smarter than some newbies or beginners, but to be even smarter than what you are, check out crochet tips, tricks, tutorials, accessories, whatever. Check out that YouTube channel. So before you begin anything, and then you come back to these other videos and learn about stuff on how to do the actual stitches. Okay. As I always begin with a yarn tail. That's the length of your crochet hook, so that you have enough tail to weave in. So, tip of your hook and the end of your yarn at the end of your hook handle. Okay, that's enough to weave in. I mean, most people will just guess somehow, some way. I just say the length of your hook is basically the length of your tail. Much easier, especially for newbies. Use this finger. This is the best method in the world. It's the easiest, less complicated method. Even if you've seen other methods, your pointer finger, this will go right there on your pointer finger. Your thumb will hold the yarn in place. Wrap it over your thumb, over your finger like that, down this way, that line on your finger. You put this on that line, go over the top of your finger, come around, put the yarn anywhere you like. Just get rid of that working yarn. See the back yarn? Pull it up. The front yarn gets tighter. This yarn gets looser. Throw it over the front of your finger. Now pull on this back yarn, and this other yarn gets tighter. Now throw this yarn right off the finger, and then grab your working yarn. Pull on it till it gets tighter. Okay, let's do that again. Okay. Start with the length of your hook. Okay. Wrap over your pointer. Wrap over your pointer. Hold the yarn good. Front yarn, back yarn. Back yarn goes over the front. Back yarn goes over the front and then off of the finger at the same time. Grab the working yarn, pull it tighter. See how it's pulling tighter and tighter, but see what my thumb's doing? Do that as you do this. Oh, there's a knot. Nice to know. We're going to throw away the working yarn. We're going to use the yarn tail next. Grab this, and what we're going to do is we're going to put it onto the hook. Right there. Put your finger there so it doesn't move around on the hook, because it can get slippery. And pull this yarn tail closer and closer. If you pull at this point. Too tight, grab your working yarn and look right here. Pull your working yarn until on your working yarn. Until you've seen a hole. See that hole? Okay. Once you can see that hole and you can see how big it is, you will now begin the chain method. So we'll chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now when you do 5, you stop here, you grab that. Now do some more. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Grab here. See, every 5. So 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15. Okay. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Chain 3. 21, 22, 23. Alright, you chained 3, as you can see it. See the chain of 3 from the hook. 1, 2, 3, right? You're going to work in the 4th chain from the hook. So you're going to yarn over, put the hook downward, as you did with a half double crochet, and you're going to work in the 4th chain from the hook. The 4th chain is right about there. There you go. Now you're going to yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Oh, look at that, a half double crochet and a chain of 3 becomes a half double crochet. So in some cases, when they tell you that a chain of 3 is a half double crochet, you'll always go into the second one after, when you turn your work and stuff. I'll show you that after, but yarn over. The hook went through the stitch, through the chain space. Right now it's called chain space. Later on they're called stitches, called double crochet stitches, or they're called spaces, depending on where you want to work your stuff, depending on the pattern that you're trying to do. Spaces are used for when you do multiples into one section, mostly, yeah. So, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through these 2. So you're following with me? Yarn over, hooks through the chain, yarn over, pull it through the chain, yarn over. Always turn your hook down, because it's easier to pull and not lose the yarn. Hook down to keep the yarn. That's it. There you go. Oh, look, a few double crochets have come along. Do you think you can yarn over, put the hook through all of these? So this one, yarn over, bring the hook back through, yarn over, go through 2 loops, and then yarn over, go through those other 2 loops. You can do that on your own. Okay. You do that all the way to the end, the very, very, very end. And I will be back after I have completed all of that as well. Alrighty, folks, now that we have done one row of double crochet, this is what it looks like. Bring it up closer. That's what it looks like. If you ever have to stop your work, pull your working yarn up really good so that if you accidentally pull on it and you notice that you accidentally pulled on it, you can go, oh, I just pulled on it, and then you'll be able to pull it out more, so you never lose your work and end up fogging your work down to the whole project coming apart in that one row or a bunch of rows. With crochet, it's easier to put the rows back on and take them off. The fogging is great, but this is what a double crochet looks like. Okay, so now what we're going to do is chain 3 and continue our work. When you do replace this, never pull too tight. Always gently pull. Hold this so it doesn't move. Pull this, and always have that space there. Even a little bit shorter, but always have a space there between the hook and this double crochet. Always have that space there. If you have to take the hook off the yarn, like if you're on the go project and you need to get up and leave. Anyways, chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Turn your work. Chain 3 never counts in here. If you're doing a double crochet, you have to work in here with a double crochet. Always chain 1 or 2. Even with the half doubles. The half doubles, you chain 1 or 2 works in here, and the single work in here. But the double crochet, work into the next one. Right there. Work the double crochet into there. Alrighty, so you know how to do a double crochet. Yarn over, hook through the double crochet, top of the double crochet I should say, yarn over, pull the loop through the double crochet, yarn over, pull the loop through the 2 loops on the hook. There's only 2 left. Pull over and pull through that. It's always yarn over, put the hook through, yarn over, pull out. All you have to do is remember the yarn over, pull through. It's kind of easy just to do this because it starts with a yarn over. And there's 3 loops on the hook. This can get pretty easy over time. Well, I'm going to have you do that with all of these And when you get to the very end, which is this one, we'll go from there. Okay, so we worked all our yarn all the way up to the very last one. Now, you may see this chain 3 and think that that's nothing. If you do, just chain 3 and see how it looks. 1, 2, 3, and now turn. Now try to do a double crochet. Skip that one, do that one right there, the second one. Do that double crochet. Now flatten your work. Does it look good? Turn it over. Does it look good? I'll come off camera and look myself. Flatten it down. If it looks good, keep going. If it don't, then take it apart and complete a double crochet at the top of the chain 3. It all depends on how you want your project to look. So just double crochet along the row, a few if you need to. Well, folks, I figured it out. You have to work in this chain 3. Double crochet is worked into the chain 3 as well. After you've done all the double crochet stitches, the top of chain 3 becomes your working space. So we'll work in the top of chain 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Oh, I completed the double crochet. Now you'll chain 3, because now it'll look good. I know some people have made that other mistake, like, do I stop? Well, if you chain 3 is above a double crochet. Too wonky, not right. And then when you get to the first 4, you're like, it looks weird. When you chain 3 on the chain 3, which just the chain 3, now do a chain 3 on the chain 3 area. 1, 2. Oh, that looks so much better when you do double crochet along the row. You will turn your work and you will double crochet first, second one, in the second one. And then you'll double crochet in the next one, the third one. And then you'll continue the rest of the double crochet all the way across. When you get here, find the top of chain 3 somehow. But you see that big gap? Yeah, if you don't mind the gaps, that's fine. I will show you a trick later on after we've done this. And gone up a few rows. For now, just add 4 rows total. So these are 2 rows. Add 2 more. And I'll show you, if this gap looks crazy, what to do. Alrighty, so continue the other 2 rows. Do the double crochet, but then also do the top of the chain 3. Then chain a brand new chain. Flip and go into the double crochet. Okay, and we'll be back after I've completed 2 other rows. Hello, I'm back. Yes, I did 4 rows of the double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can actually use double crochet themselves to count 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you do the half double, you can also use the half double to count the 4 rows. And if you use the trebles, the double treble and a triple treble and the quadruple treble. Definitely can use those to count the rows. But on the trebles, from the treble, double treble, triple treble, quadruple treble, from the treble to the quadruple treble, you will actually see the rows easier and better. Stretch that so the yarn doesn't come apart. Put that away. There. Put this right here. You can see the double crochet. But you can also see that on this edging, if you like it, it's fine with me, but sometimes there's these gaps. You could definitely, it's up to what yarn you're working with. If the gaps are small enough, like that one is a big gap. That one seems like a big gap. If the gaps seem to bother you, you can always chain one and do a double crochet in here and then another double crochet here. It's up to you, but chain 3 is a double crochet, so if you like the gaps, that's fine. But some people don't even notice them or pay attention to the gaps, as if I were to put this here. I'll do a video separately from this with a different yarn that talks all about the gaps and how they look and how you can easily just get rid of the gaps with a single crochet and how that looks. But this is double crochet, 4 rows. So what I'm going to do now is show you, if you bring your yarn closer to your project, the loop here, put it on your hook, and then if you want to fasten off, right, chain 1 and then cut off about the length of your crochet hook, or about this much yarn, about, yeah, and then after you crochet about this much, you'll want to pull all the yarn right through, and on the other side of the yarn, if the yarn was pulled all the way through, but I'm not going to cut it because I'm going to use this yarn for other things, you pull on the opposite side, and the opposite side will tighten it, and this side will come right out, and then it'll get tightened to the project. And then that long tail that you have, you use it to weave in one way, and then you weave back the other way. So I would turn the project and weave in 1, 2, 3, and then cut the yarn off, and then stretch it, and the yarn should fit in between here. This, and that's right now is your double crochet. Alrighty, I am going to undo this and do another project with this. In the meantime, thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel. Hit the top notification bell so you get all the notifications as to when I post videos for the rest of this year. And as always, invite others to my channel. Share my channel with anyone who likes to crochet and wants to learn how to crochet, and those who like to knit, who want to learn how to knit. Again, thank you for checking out my videos. Check out the other videos on my channel. Subscribe, hit that notification bell at the top, and get the full notifications from my channel. Alrighty, see you in the next set of videos.